round. For Tom Brady and the Bucs, who face the Ravens on Thursday night, the Bucs are 3-4 and have dropped 2 straight. Here's Brady on what the team needs to do.
There has to be more urgency. You have to understand that what we're doing just is not good enough. And that's very evident. So what do? You focus on the process of improvement. And that's what it has to be. We're going to have to change it from the player standpoint because we're on the field that can do something about it. And if we want to do something about it, we've got to do more. And we got to commit to one another more. There's no quit in our group. And there will never be a quit as long as I'm a part of any team. I know that for sure.
No quit. Let's go, Jeff Saturday. Tell me this, already shaking your head. Is the short week a bad thing for the Bucs?
Real bad.
Okay,
real
why?
bad. Listen, so when you're hearing Tom Brady, he's talking about the urgency, and that's an offensive issue, right? Like, they got to fix this thing up. They have the worst interior line right now in the league. Pass rush win rate and run the football. They're the league low. So they're bad there. But let's flip this thing over and go to the defense where they got fully exposed against P.J. Walker and the Panthers, who got rid of Robbie Anderson, got rid of Christian McCaffrey, and basically with Foreman and Hubbard ran roughshod and Walker dropping dimes to DJ Moore. Now you get a short week, which means you're not going to be in any pads. You're basically going to have 3 walkthroughs before you go play. You're going to go play the Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson. And this dude, their offense and the complication of their offense is significantly greater than what the Carolina Panthers do. The Carolina Panthers were simple and they bludgeoned you. Now you have a team that can literally do a number of different things, a multitude of ways of giving you problems. There was no discipline on this defensive football team last Sunday. And I'm just letting you know that the score is not indicative of how bad the Panthers really put it on this Buccaneer team. They should have never scored 3 points because they just kicked a field goal, basically conceding the game, which I didn't like anyway. But when you have a short week and you have a complicated, it's kind of like when you were in college and you played all regular type football teams, and then you line up, you got to go play Army, who's a triple option. You ain't seen triple option since high school or back in Pee Wee League. All of a sudden, you got to figure this thing out. That's what the Bucs and Todd Bowles got to do. They got to figure out the most complicated run scheme in the NFL in 3 short days after you got boat raced. It's a problem. I'm letting you know. For positions inside, this is a problem. What gaps are you responsible for? Whose job is it? All of those things become magnified, and the short week is not helping a team that is reeling on both sides of the ball, which I never thought a Todd Bowles defense would look as undisciplined as they have. They didn't close out Pittsburgh with Trubisky throwing for 2 third downs and converting at the end of a game. Come on,
144 yards in the fourth quarter.
It's crazy, bro. Like at some point, you got to hang your hat on something. This defense was supposed to be what the peg that they were hanging on. It has not produced, and it is bad, bro. I'm letting you know this is. They better line it up, man. It's serious.
Jeff, I'm shocked at you today, man. You're missing the mark a lot now.
Oh,
come on, gosh. Now. It's a short week, but it's a mental week. They don't need to. You and I, they haven't been in pads. Last time they was in full pads in the league is when me and you played during the week. They don't practice in pads. It's all mental. They've got to understand their responsibilities. They got to understand gap responsibility. They got to understand all of those things on the defensive side of the ball. It's a mental rep. Plus, on top of that, this team is a little bit older. This isn't the team from 2 years ago. Okay, right. These guys are older. They need the rest. They don't need to be out there running around on a short week. If you look at it, they've already self-scouted in terms of a week ago on the advanced scouting for the Baltimore Ravens. That's already put together several days ago. So they don't have to game plan, so to speak. That game plan was already put into place. The way that I look at it is they just need to get the mental reps and stay fresh for the game on Thursday night. Not worry about what happened against Pittsburgh. Not worry about what happened against Carolina. If they can figure out how to correct some of those things, especially Todd Bowles at the head coaching position, because it's very difficult to be the defensive coordinator, as we're seeing in New Orleans, and the head coach. We're seeing it with Todd Bowles in Tampa Bay, to be able to have all of those responsibilities. He needs to focus in on one or the other. Either I'm going to be the defensive coordinator for this particular game, or I'm going to be the head coach for this particular game. He can't do both.
You make him an argument. You make him out exactly. And right now he's trying to do both on the most complicated system that he going to face, and a team that can bludgeon you much more than the Panthers. The Panthers were simple, just ran it down your throat. Listen, This to me, this is typical wide receiver behavior out of you, Keyshawn. Typical. Hey, I'm gonna run a bang 8. I'm gonna run a 9 route. I'm gonna run a short end. I'm gonna run that's your prep week for a 3-day week.
It's
the rest
easy.
of the working class, we go to work, bro. We lunch pail that thing up, and we gotta go show what's up.
Keyshawn, Keyshawn, my brother.
Responsibilities.
I must say, on this particular issue, I agree with Mr. Saturday, a.k.a. Sergeant Friday. I do believe that. Listen, I think when you look as bad as Tampa has looked, a short week hurts you. It's just that simple. And the reality of the situation is, and I pointed this out yesterday, I'm very displeased with the fact that I understand that Rob Gronkowski is gone. I understand that Ndamukong Suh is gone on the defensive side of the ball. But I got news for you. To me, there's no excuse for Tampa Bay to look this bad.
Exactly.
Todd Bowles, I mean, you the head coach, man. They got to look better than this. And the reality, now that wasn't the case last week, because last week you only scored 3 damn points. Mike Evans dropped the touchdown pass. That's not normally him. We get that. You throw him that mulligan. But the bottom line is you still ended up with only 3 points. Their offense looks putrid. Tom Brady has thrown the football about 296 times.
Ridiculous.
Okay? They've run the football without him. I'm not talking about the 11 carries he's running for his life. Without him, they've rushed the football 137 times.
Crazy.
That's throwing the football twice as many times as you're running the football, which contributes to you having the worst run attack in football. Now, Jeff highlighted, some of their blocking issues, and we get all of that. But the point is, one week is offense, another week is defense, another week is special teams. They don't seem to have any continuity whatsoever.
Right.
I don't know how it helps you that you only got a short week, like basically 3 complete days before you play another football game. Here's the argument that I would make on the behalf of the Bucs. You could say the same thing about the Ravens. The Ravens got a short week too. Even though they're coming off a win, they got a short week too. And maybe that might derail them. But the way Tampa has looked, I don't know how we can assume that a short week is going to help them.
So you telling me they need to be practicing in pads doing a short week? They need mental reps, man. They need mental reps to understand their responsibilities.
Okay. But how about the additional days of mental reps?
Up on each other as bold as they are.
Fine. But how about the additional days of mental reps?
Yeah,
as opposed to 3 days. How about 6 days of mental reps before you play another game?
But at some point in time, them 6 days are gonna be too long, man. You don't need to sit up and do that forever. You're gonna get fatigued sitting up doing the same thing over and over and over.
Listen, you got guys coming off an injury like Godwin. You got Evans who looks banged up. You've seen him. He looks like he's limping and hurt. You got a lot of dudes who look like they are paying the price right now from a physical perspective. Hurrying back ain't a help for them. The Ravens, the way they're built, this game is advantage Ravens on a short week because they don't care what defense you line up in. They have the answer because Lamar Jackson will make them right. And they trust that. They trust that if all else fails, Lamar Jackson can make me right by doing something spectacular. It is a much better bet when you go that way. Listen, the only thing I think it's advantage Bucs is the mentality. Because like Stephen A. just said, the Ravens won. The Bucs have been embarrassed. They trying to figure this out. So maybe they got a pride factor that comes in. But I'm letting you know, dude, if I'm the defensive coordinator, I am stressed out over this Ravens thing. And like you said, Bowles got to be a DC or a head coach. Like one or the other, bro. Because right now, it is not that train has taken off and you still stand on the side looking at it, man.
Stephen
it is not the same.
Back to you. I want you to know this. They don't travel. They're at home. Baltimore has to travel. Okay, all they got to do is go across the street to the hotel, dog. That's all they got to do. I'm just telling you. That's all they got to do.
Right.
That's not what I was talking about. I'm saying as a whole, they understand that from Todd Bowles, he's got to figure this thing out. You either defensive coordinate this thing and lock them down like you have in the past. I think for 3 years, they were the #1 run defense in the league, bro. You can't tell me Suh's that much of a difference maker. Like, I like Ndamukong Suh. I think he's a great player. But it's not like they got to figure this out. The linebackers are overrunning or shorting plays. It ain't good, bro.
Let's go to the city that made you a Super Bowl champion, okay?
Ooh.
It's a new day.
Let's avoid that one.